Hello, Aries. Thank you for coming to your extended reading. Feel free to drop any donation tips in the same place you paid for this. We're going to look deeper into this energy of the Magician, the Death card, and the upcoming frequencies of the reverse Ten of Wands. We're also, because it's reversed, it's unsettled energy, and we're going to take a look at what an alternative ending for this is. Okay, so right here, we're going to leave an alternative ending. But first, considering you've had such a ride, February 2018, Chiron entered your sign and you've been recognizing that pain, that trauma, and how you carried it around, how it may have been affecting you. And since July, you've been seeing the node in your sign, which is holy crap, right? I mean, if you think back, if you're old enough to, if you think back to December 2004, right up until June 06, there was this same frequency of Aries energy, of just doing it your way, and unapologetically so. Like, you just couldn't ignore it anymore. But this time with Chiron in your sign, it's different. You understand there's medicine in the pain itself. So let's do two to elaborate. Interesting. You had the world by the grasp, and yet you were so lonely. You knew you could make wishes come true, but you didn't have the right perspective. You didn't know which way to go. Everything was closing up. There was finaling cycles, but you didn't have your direction right. You had a selfishness about you, a stubbornness about you that was limiting you. That's not something you can really fix easily. So we're going to look into a little bit of guidance. What do we do with that? Spirit source, what do we do with that? I know. Let's look at the gateway. What gateway did that open for us? This is the Gateway of Light Activation by Kyle Gray. Fantastic cards for any light workers out there. Highly recommend it. So let's look at that. Let's look and see. What is the guidance here? Here we go. Angelic frequency. This is what you were ignoring. And this is what's coming forward. Because of this, angels are here. You are protected. Potent connection. You knew you were connected. You totally knew you were connected, but you didn't know what you wanted to apply that magic to. And it's probably because with this card here, you didn't think you needed any help. You were not willing to look at the fact that there was pain in the first place. But you got through it. You got through it by the grace of God and the angels above you. So let's do this here. What's the Death card say? What's the end here? That's interesting. This flew out here, so we're going to keep it right there. There's a beauty in this. There is a abundance in the Ten of Pentacles that happens when you recognize that you were able to receive regardless of feeling worthy of it. And it may have come at a stop and start. It may have come in a commotion. It may have come through animals, through elderly, through connection to other people. You may have felt like you couldn't quite get through the gate, but you were protected on the other side. And that's the beauty of the Ten of Pentacles that happened with that angel frequency. You've always known you had the power. You always knew you were a wizard, Harry. All right, so let's look into the Death card now. This is your current energies. Oh, wow, she's out right away. The Queen of Swords. Humor. Cutting people. That's what's ending. That's what's ending here. That's what you're no longer doing. That's the old way of you, is just being too sharp, too decisive, too focused on others. You're sitting on your throne, but you're not even looking forward. You're looking towards others. Wow, look at that. Gorgeous. So this is also what's ending, because we're looking at the Death card here. The Page of Wands. Being excited to be there is fantastic. But being entirely focused on just your perspective, it's limiting. And it makes you an ass. It makes you, sure, you can be a boss from this perception, but if you're constantly focused on just what works for you and what feels good in the moment, you don't get to move forward. Fours are very stagnant, and the Emperor is a 4. Especially when he's reversed. He ain't moving. He's just stuck in the mud. He's absolute sure about what he wants. Now, that's also an Aries energy card, the Emperor card. We have the ram's heads there. So it may be that your stubbornness is what you're releasing now. And if you do this work, if you continue to cut off and bring humor rather than selfish arrogance into this mix, you're likely to move forward. And we're going to look at an alternative ending. But first, let's find some guidance. What gateways are we opening up here, Spirit? What do we need to know about moving forward with a softer approach, a more compassionate, considerate approach? Beautiful. Interesting. Halls of Annihilation. Secrets revealed. Treasures uncovered. Initiations. This is the beginning of starting and opening up something that you've not experienced before. By dropping this me first energy, you are able to open up a wealth of secrets and information, because we're all connected. If you're only focusing on yourself, you're only seeing one perspective of a billion, but actually they are all interconnected. So you're so close. You're so close. Understanding that pain, that power, it's universal. And then you get to work with others. And you're being initiated into something great. So first off, let's check out this original ending, and then we'll look at the alternative ending. The original ending has your Ten of Wands, and we've got two cards here that came out. The Queen of Cups and the Knight of Swords. So if you keep going on this path and you ground this Ten of Wands energy and you let yourself be finished with emotional manipulation and rushing in and trying to be the hero of everyone around you, that's the ending there. That's what you're completing. That's the cycle of effort you're completing, is emotionally tapping into everybody else rather than figuring out what's going on, focusing only on your emotions, your creativity, and your dreams instead of having any grounding in reality. And then rushing into things, like the fastness, being everybody's hero. Like, that's the stuff that's ending. And with that ending, with that completed, if you can keep going on this path and stay stuck to it. What do we get, Spirit? What gateway are we opening up? What gateway are we opening up? Beautiful. Wow. Karmic board clearing. Energetic clearing. Rewrite your story, live your truth. When you stop worrying about the feelings of others and how you're perceived by others and needing to correct what they said, when you totally focus on how to use every one of those things on the table, instead of just the wand, instead of just action, that you tap into your emotion, that you take your time, that you clearly think things out, you are fully empowered. It's no more about manipulating your surroundings. It's about tapping into the flow. Because you're being initiated into the group. You're being initiated into the collective. It's no longer just the Aries show. Although with the North Node here, it's going to feel like it sometimes. It's going to feel like everything is about you. Because you're just losing one thing after another. Things are just ending on a constant. But truly, the only things you have to let go of are the things that weren't serving you anyway. And you can move forward instead with more logic and less emotional reactivity. And by doing that, you clear your karmic board. Well, Aries, this has been your extended. If you'd like to get a personal reading with me, find me through that PayPal that you got this through. All right. I've been Astro Brie, and this has been your karmic clearing board. Oh, wait. Let's do our alternative ending. Shall we? Considering the Ten of Wands is not grounded, if we don't keep pressing ahead and accept all these closures, if we let this go and we move ahead in resistance, but fully taking in things, we will lose our victory. We will lose the opportunity to see others appreciate all of our work. The Ten of Wands might be a hard card, but the Six of Wands reversed, ungrounded prosperity, ungrounded clear judgment. That's what you won't be able to see. The alternative ending here, one route, if you keep going this way, if you keep heading in this direction of accepting losses and letting transformation happen and alchemizing your pain, you're at the end of inferior action, okay? And that's karmically cleaning. You're going to let go of emotional manipulation and rushing in. And you'll be immediately clear for new endeavors where you cut off old karmic connections, okay? However, your alternative ending can be victorious. And in this victory, which is also unsettled, this hasn't happened yet, you'll see some beautiful prosperity, clear judgment, and you become a student again. Both are options for you. So it's really, what do you want to focus on? Do you want to focus on the immediate victories, which you already have? You've acquired quite a few, especially in your prosperity. Or trudge ahead and let yourself be finished. Let yourself let go and move forward. The choice is yours, Aries. If you'd like a personal reading from me, you know where to find me. Ciao.